mind. How about that?
Okay. Now we are recording locally. Hello, everybody. Postscript to the Brony Crusaders here. And we're here with episode 11 of Bronies Synonymous, all the pony noms. We're going to talk about food in this show and some cool stuff like that. Let me go ahead and go around the table here and introduce our comrades this evening. We got my wonderful and amazing and adorable co-host is Rosie.
Hi.
And then we got returning here is Silvermane.
Hi everyone, I got coffee.
He's got the coffee. That's great. We've got Brass Polish, also known as Pony Jesus. So all hail the Pony Jesus. Yes, I made that joke last. Yes, I made that joke last time.
How you doing? Apparently, Patience wants to steal me.
We have Noodle Soup, who's just joined us in a call after I hit the record button. What took you so damn long? Anyways, we also have Painted Patience, who apparently wants to steal away Brass Polish.
When I make a sandwich, I make it extravagant, which actually ties into today's conversation.
Name's appropriate.
Anyways,
for this.
hi, Patience! And then we have Pastel Prose, one of the more fun friends of mine.
Faggots.
That'll work.
That'll do. That'll do.
Yes, that'll do, Pastel. That'll do.
That is offensive to tree branches everywhere.
and we also have Shadow Knight.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today?
Well, you guys know the routine by now. We start off with the general topic. You guys translate it to whatever the hell you want it to be translated to, and we bounce our conversation off from that. So, who wants to start?
I'm the freshman, so I don't go first. Next.
So we're talking about pony noms.
Pony nom 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 nom.
Muffins! Rosie said muffins!
Are they vegetarians?
Well, they are, they're ponies.
Well, then think about it. Then why do you have pigs?
Yeah, that is the question. Why do they take care of pigs?
Why do they take care of pigs if you're not gonna have some bacon with them eggs? Like, what's the matter?
There are thousands.
They're ponies. They're ponies. They're not horses.
There are thousands of industries that rely on pork products.
What about the cows?
Well, I've yet to see a pony eat a truffle, so I don't know if if there's any other use to a pig besides truffles that they eat anyway.
There's a list.
Well, there's also
Brain breaks, toothpaste,
manure,
collagen, tattoo practice. The skin's used for
tattoo practice.
Oh my god! I just thought of Secret Life of Pets when you said that. Oh my god!
So that's how they get their cutie marks.
It was right in front of us the whole time.
That's a glorified tramp stamp. That's the day they lost their virginities.
I think we all know how Twilight lost her virginity.
Oh my god, get out!
I'm pretty sure in one of the episodes I saw Twilight eating a burger of some sort.
Yeah, it was a hay burger.
Twilight time.
Yes, it was Twilight time and it was a hay burger.
I was about to say that was the cow that they couldn't milk anymore. She was driving on
When you're royalty, you eat like a slob.
They also had the hook-shaped French fries.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the hay fries.
Hay fries and hamburgers.
Yes, the hay fries.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they eat is horse pun shit.
And Piggy wants it too, as well as Chikikukona.
I honestly feel like every pony in the show should damn near have diabetes. As much cake and cupcakes and fucking sugar is everywhere.
I know.
And it's all because of Pinkie Pie. It's all because of Pinkie
Even
Pie.
on the goddamn salad, dude. Like, you remember that salad that she was trying to make Angel Bunny, but she didn't have the cherry on top? And I'm like, who the fuck puts a cherry on a salad, dude?
Oh yeah, with putting your hope down?
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck puts a cherry on it? Y'all gonna have some straight diabetes, dude. Like, y'all gotta be down. Y'all gotta be 300,000 pounds by now.
I don't know. Maybe it's the magic that's flowing through them. It gives them magical insulin.
No. I don't have diabetes. I have a high metabolism.
That little pony. Proper digestion and thyroidism is magic. Literally.
I would like to see some Asian food though. Like, I would love for them to do like a pony pun of some Asian like variety.
Well, you had the
That was
whole
explaining why there's no
episode
cats in
with
MLP.
the Indian food.
Yes.
What would the equestrian equivalent of sushi be?
Hide
That's
all
a
the
pretty
sea
good question.
ponies.
Oh God.
And then for that matter, let's get some Puerto Rican, Hispanic taco food in there. Let's get some,
It's
How much
Taco
are they?
Tuesday!
Well, if they have quesadillas, they must have tacos.
I know they need it.
It's Taco Tuesday!
Oh my god!
That's
Okay,
all it
so I looked up pictures of pony food and MLP food because I barely pay attention when I'm watching the show. I just watch it for the colors and the ponies talking. But there's one of their things. It looks like a hot dog, but I zoomed in. It's a carrot with ketchup, mustard, and relish on it in a hot dog bun. I just died a little inside. That's what
yeah, Rarity bought one for Spike in Rarity Takes Manhattan.
I imagine dragons are carnivorous.
That's how my mom would trick me to eat vegetables. She'd make it look like better food.
The plot twist is the gems are made of people.
Yes, gems are made of humans because that's why we don't see how humans in MLP. They've been turned into gems.
I
Oh my
always
god,
thought
that's
that.
worse than the
I always thought that
Pokemon
when
theory.
I always thought that when Discord first showed up, he turned humans into ponies, and it's been over a millennia of that,
I have
and
one
that's
thing.
why we still have curry and stuff. But
That would explain the creepy fanfics. Never mind. I'm not going to discuss that here.
Well, let's face it. Aren't all fanfics creepy?
yes,
Oi.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Have you
Many
met
of them,
Undertale?
yes.
Underwear?
Undertale.
God.
I got what
Under
you
there?
said. The underwear.
Underwear.
Shut up.
Yeah, okay, back to the subject of food in MLP. Sorry, I know.
Speaking of Discord, I like, in the Key Common Floated Wrong where they had the dinner party scene, and I like when the Pinky eats the food and then she goes, and then Fluttershy says, "Pinkie Pie, would you like some gravy?" And then she goes, "You bet!" And then he makes the gravy boat come to life, acting like a dog, and then she goes, "Oh, what a cute little gravy boat you are! Yes, you are! Yes, you are!"
So how do they make gravy?
Oh, they need to get milk from the cows of some sort. Like, wouldn't that be awkward? They can talk.
They milk the sentient people cows!
They milk the do you not
remember?
Hold on, hold on. Do you not remember the episode where
Remember
Twilight
what?
had to put the Ursa Major or the Ursa Minor to sleep?
Yeah.
She had to milk the whole barn of cows. Yeah, they do that, and they also.
Yeah, I was going to point that out.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. No problem.
They eat eggs too, because you've seen them eat eggs more than one occasion. So it's not like they don't use what other animals make.
That's like
Yeah.
cannibalistic.
I think they use other animal stuff for pet food. They can't not know that a lot of animals are carnivorous or omnivorous. Fluttershy must know because
Yeah. But here's the
you see her
weird thing.
feeding otters, fish, and birds, worms, and she had those in her mouth.
Yeah.
Ew.
Technically, most of what's it called? Dry cat food and dog food is made of soy, not of actual meat.
Yeah, it's soy.
Here's a good question,
I
though.
think you're thinking of. I think you're
They
thinking
show, like, tigers and bears and lions. Oh, my.
Oh my.
But, yeah, everybody's gonna make that fucking joke. But, but they show them eating, like,
Well,
like pine
Santa
cones,
gave her whole
acorns.
beehive to Harry at some point.
Yeah.
But speaking of Discord, this has been my long-standing theory that every major whenever Discord makes some kind of major impression on the world of Equestria, it involves eating something. Like when he first showed up, he was eating the plunder seeds, which later sport into the black vines. Also, they probably created the Everfree Forest.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Later he was eating the pages from Twilight's books and so far. So again, it's also
Between that, he was drinking a chocolate milk of glass.
yes.
Yep.
Glass.
And he also made the
No, he drank the glass. He drank
He's
the
kind of-
glass without the chocolate milk, threw the chocolate milk
And then
behind
the
him, and it exploded.
Yes.
He's kind of a social eater, isn't he?
Guys, chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Beat me to it.
Too many fucking memes.
Chocolate rain.
Oh, I also liked in the episode Mystery and the Friendship Express and all those cakes. Those have been like super yummy, and I like the fact that like when the cake that the cakes made was eaten up, and we went for the whole mystery in that, and they said it was Rarity, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. It was kind of interesting that they actually admitted that the cake was so good, but they realized that you shouldn't have done it in the first place. And then there was the cakes they made by all like Donald Joe, Gustave Legrand, and Uzi Mule character.
Amelia Mild.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that guy.
and they ate all their desserts as well. So so it's kind of like a double-edged sword there.
Holy shit, Pastel! I never saw that.
Yeah, is that ham? Is that bologna? We don't know. They're eating pigs. So from that one episode where they were having the lunch with Celestia and shit, I think, yeah,
Could be.
with the cakes.
It's probably
Yeah.
spam. It could be spam. No
Okay,
meat in that.
A poor man's meal. You shut up. I lived off of spam for myself.
That's good.
I lived off of spam before it was cool.
I'm crashing this podcast. Woo.
Bitches were broke as fuck and food stamps were readily available, okay? Spam is what I got.
When I was growing up, food stamps didn't exist when I was growing up.
I fucked up.
I'm just glad that whenever my hours went low, I could use food stamps.
Okay, what about Winona? Like, do they realize that she is a dog? They eat bigger animals. Like, they come from the wolves. They go to the horses. I'm sorry. I love my horses to death, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but considering that the actual wolves in this universe are made of wood.
Well, the Timberwolves are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the
actually kind of
Timberwolves
confusing.
wolves are made of wood, but there's real wolves too.
But don't the Timberwolves technically eat ponies too? Technically, we don't know.
Well, they try.
Also, there was that Yeti thing.
Yeah, in the
yeah.
potty pooped.
Yep. I don't know if it was poop.
Pinkie Pie did say it was a pony eating Yeti on Frostfield Glacier.
Oh,
She
yeah.
did.
About the hydras in the Everfree Swamp. They were gonna eat the ponies.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually looking through the comics where Pinkie is going through a Nom withdrawal, and there are actually gem-encrusted pretzels that Spike is eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing, because dragons are more meat eaters, so I find it a little interesting that they chose that apparently dragons in the MLP world strictly eat
They've evolved
precious
some very
gems.
rich
Well,
tastes.
think about it. Do you really think they would literally show a dragon eating meat on TV?
Nope.
I doubt it.
Other things.
Then
What are they
again,
gonna do? What are they
just
gonna do with
chalk it
those
up
phoenix eggs they were stealing?
Oh,
Smash
I just
them?
wanted to smash them.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is, murder of children.
Yeah.
So,
Then again, I kind of just chalk it up to they've evolved some very rich tastes over the years.
Also,
I see
technically,
what you're
gems are minerals.
That's what I said, but they're from outer space. Oh, wait a minute, wrong gems.
the crystal gems.
They summon legendary
Hey, we got Sunny Honey here.
Pokemon. Wait
yes.
a minute.
Hey,
He
Sonny.
does love gemstones.
Hello.
How you
Oh,
doing?
hi.
I need to.
We are talking about Noms.
And they're
Nice.
delicious. And I actually have noms to tie it in.
You know what the weirdest drinks that I heard of? Remember in the first episode where Pinkie hosts a party in Twilight's old library, and she put the hot sauce in punch? That was really odd.
Very odd.
I just realized the bottle.
No,
was-
actually, she just poured the hot sauce into a cup and drank it.
didn't know what it
Yeah,
was.
but she wasn't paying attention. That was the thing.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
No,
Pinky
that
was
means
distracting
Pinkie
her.
Pie is
Yeah.
secretly Puerto Rican. That's what that is. She's
She's just like my horse. She's just like my horse. Seriously, my horse loves hot sauce.
Oh, hi.
Somebody has an ice cream truck outside their window.
I'm sorry, I live in a Mexican neighborhood, and all those they're here every weekend. They have to school.
Tie-in.
Little sis, I love how you put that. I just love how
Hey,
you put
I
that.
need
That
to
was
be right
awesome.
back. You guys keep going.
I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. 90% of Mexicans, if they're not in Texas, they're here because Trump does not come on this side of the freaking. Trump doesn't come on
Oh,
this
trust-
side of the
Oh,
tracks.
we aren't
trust
that
me.
bad.
Oh, trust me, where I live, it's mostly Mexicans and
Love you too, big brother.
I'm
Well,
just like
around
that.
my old work, we had a brass band that circled the area, and they were pretty bad.
Yeah, instead of the Mexican cartel where we have the Mexican war of ice cream trucks because they all sit in the same parking lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm ice cream man. Running over fat
You just
kids in my van.
No, they literally do that. There'll be 3 of the ice cream trucks like on the same block, and you see them trying to fight for customers. I'm like, guys, are you serious right now?
You just see rocket-propelled, just rocket-propelled popsicles. What are those ones called? The
Bomb
multicolored
pops, bomb
They're
pops.
called rockets here.
rocket-propelled bomb pops.
Going
They're
on
called
some shit.
rockets here.
Well, anyway, one
Yeah.
thing that kind of boggled my mind in MLP was like the many drinks that they had. One of them was the apple cider from the Apple Family Farm. Okay, question. The first time I wondered, it's like, wait, how is it alcoholic? And then I basically looked it up. It's like, oh, it's from fermented apples. That's why it has kind of an alcoholic effect. Okay,
Yep.
My thing is, why do they allow the kids to drink it?
that's good. That's a good question.
Maybe
Or the
it's like
kids to even be,
France.
or even the kids to be around it, because kids are not even supposed to be near liquor or
Well,
any sort of alcoholic beverage.
It sometimes depends. For example, at least in South Germany, I'm not sure how it works in North Germany. I would have to ask Tricky. But in Bavaria, you can drink beer since you're 14 because it's a separate kind of drink from alcohol.
You're telling me
okay.
in the land of the free, in the home of the bullshit, I had to wait till I was 21 to fucking have some. You know what? I'm triggered.
Yeah. Well, when you're 18, you can join the military.
Yeah, I could join the military, but if I get shot and I die or some shit, I couldn't have a drink before I died? I died an alcoholic virgin? Are you serious?
Yeah. Also, here's an interesting fact. In Bavaria, it's not people who get the license to make beer; it's the houses. Basically, you need to have a house that is appropriate for brewing beer.
Interesting.
Yeah. For example, my uncle used to live in one, and if he wanted, he could just brew beer.
You can brew your own beer?
Yeah.
Just like we can
Yeah,
make
and
our own
it's
meth.
absolutely legal. Yeah.
It's legal.
I just thought of Breaking Bad. Sorry. It came to mind immediately.
Oh, that's what you were saying, Shadow, on the apple cider.
Yes.
Whenever the episodes that had the apple cider in it, when it comes to UK airings, they actually skip over the episodes like Super Speedy Size Squeeze 6000, Where the Apple Lies, and other episodes involving cider because they think that can't get the words out. Because they don't want to teach young children who live in the UK about alcohol because they thought it was kind of inappropriate. Whilst here in the UK, it's still the episode. So it still bugs me that they don't show the episodes in the UK involving apple cider, which is kind of.
So does that mean Rainbow is an alcoholic then, and she needs to go to AA? Because she was trying to eat the dirt that the cider fell on when they dropped it.
Yeah, that was kind
She
of
might have a problem.
mean-spirited that Rainbow Dash had to go through without any cider.
Mhm.
And she always goes like, "Oh, think about the cider."
Everybody in Pivo getting tipsy?
And of course, the last part of the episode where Applejack says she learned nothing. I'm thinking to myself, then why'd you write anything?
Oops.
Because all Rainbow Dash wanted to be was drunk.
She should have just sent like Celestia a complimentary bottle of cider and be like, here you go, fam, just drink up.
You know, there was one thing that that I would like improve on if there was a mole in Super Speed Squeezy 6000. I think that the Flamefarmers could learn a lesson about learning to play more fair, because when it did that 75-25 bargain, it was kind of an unfair, and also when they got integrated with the Apple family, that's when things got really kicked off. So I think that could have been learned in the episode, but I kind of understand why Applejack said, I didn't learn anything. Is kind of unique from the others, because, like, for one, she did accept help from her friends after she learned it in Applebox season, and also, like, it didn't improve their methods to the recipe. Is just like putting more ponies to the process of making cider. So I kind of see like two sides of the coin on that fact.
Well, she was right the whole time. That's why she didn't.
Yep.
Learn.
In all honesty, I think Flim and Flam should have got like arrested. I also think that the show kind of took kind of a, in my opinion, it took kind of a hit at the fact that some things that are like industrially made are not always safe, like with them having like sticks and fucking bugs and shit in the damn cider that they forced to make versus the homemade good original shit, like, you know. I mean, if you guys have ever heard the rumors about cockroach legs being in peanut butter, then you would definitely know. I think they were trying to take maybe a small jab at that shit. I was like, I like that. I would take that jab.
I love how this is what I come back to.
Perfect.
Oh, welcome back, I know.
That's what I took out of the episode. I took that as, you know, fuck industrialized shit, go with homemade, you know.
Exactly.
Homemade, you know when to do it.
One thing.
Don't market
one
something
time,
as homemade.
yeah,
That's
one time I actually bought homemade eggs. I don't know if you can call them homemade. That was one time when I found a literal rotten egg.
No.
Actually, I
Yeah,
found
you can't.
2 rotten eggs.
Don't fall
yeah.
for that.
No, some things are better homemade. Like, my friend, her mother used to make homemade strawberry jam. That shit was fire compared to, like, Smucker's. Smucker's ain't got shit on my friend's strawberry jam. Like, ain't got nothing.
Okay, I can agree with those stuff like that.
So it might not be everything homemade, but at least some good things. Some things that are better homemade than they are just factory made.
A lot of things do seem to be homemade in Equestria.
Yep.
Yeah, which is the complete opposite of what happens in real life.
Like, Pinky doesn't just work at Sugar Cube Corner, she actually lives there as well.
Yeah, she lives there, and it's hard to tell if she's supposed to be an apprentice or an actual helper. Cause
She is an apprentice baker.
I thought she was like just an employee.
She's a thug. Like, have you seen her basement of party, dude? Like, that bitch knows everything.
The funny part is, I thought, okay, when it showed her basement, that's not what I expected.
I tried to afraid of quesadillas.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make it so cheesy. Sorry, I had to mention that.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. But I've never seen a quesadilla in Equestria. That's one thing I've never seen.
Well, you've seen one behind the Twilight in this very episode.
Okay.
Yeah, when they mention it, there's a quesadilla behind them.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of scary to think, though, like, are they actually using meat in their stuff? Because they're not supposed to be.
The quesadillas are people!
Well, I guess
We got some Sweeney Todd shit going on here.
We have some Pinky Tots shit going on.
Well, they do have cheese cubes.
Yes.
Also,
go ahead, Rosie.
What about the like in the episode Halfbreakers, where we were first introduced to Pinkie Pie's family after the Kima Chronicles, and they had like rock soup?
That one doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
Well,
yeah, I didn't get it either.
Mod did discover an edible type of rock.
And remember that.
Yeah, rock candy. Womp womp.
I remember
Maybe they used that.
I think there's something about putting
Maybe that happened on Heartwarming
that
Eve.
flavor.
That's why they kept doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's...
Yeah, but remember that Mod Petrock actually ate a sandwich.
That too.
That one kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there is something about putting a stone in your soup or something like that. Supposed to enhance the flavor, if I remember right. I don't know, I'd have to look that up.
I know. Either that or the pie family is hardcore.
They eat racks.
Oh, let's just hope you don't get stoned after that.
Interesting fact, actual horses do eat rocks. It's something to help them digest stuff.
Is that anything
yeah.
salt licks?
Yeah,
Sort
but
of.
you have to be
No,
careful about creating
it's
parts of that.
I think it has to do with the sediment.
I'm not sure you need
It's sedimentary, my dear Watson.
Okay.
Oh, sedimentary.
Yeah, sedimentary.
I'm getting
Sedimentary.
called. No, I'm not getting called.
Well, in that one, she's a human, so it probably makes more sense. The one that you put in there.
So, but the fact of it being Fluttershy eating a burger.
Maybe it's a veggie burger?
You know, for a
It would
second I
make
thought
more
you
sense
said,
if she was eating a
that
veggie patty.
Fluttershy ate a bird.
Maybe it is,
Well,
because
there was
there's another one.
instance.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Somebody say I said Fluttershy ate a bird.
Yeah, when you said Fluttershy ate a burger, for a second I thought you said Fluttershy ate a bird.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, but say
Oh,
hi
God.
to your bird,
I re-
Pastel.
Yes,
your
Gizmo,
bird.
she ate you. Bye.
So that's the real reason. That's the
Oh,
real
wait.
reason why Fluttershy cried over the phoenix dying. She wanted to eat it.
That would be one spicy meal.
You cooked
Said a
it too
bird.
much.
I know
Yeah.
Fluttershy is also Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I was actually I was reminded of someone reanimated the green isn't your color scene where Pinkie Pie eats an apple in a very intimidating way, and someone reanimated it in a way that she eats a bird.
I used to have a bird. And it would literally go, "Don't eat me! Don't eat me! Don't eat me!" every time it comes to the door.
This little bitch says Gizmo Pretty Birdie specifically in that order.
That bird would be the perfect anti-Chick-fil-A advertisement, by the way. I should say.
She does say faggot, so we can put her on top of the Chick-fil-A thing and say faggot, because she can say that. Very proud. A proud mother.
I had a friend in
I'm looking
grade.
through various stuff that has food, like the comic and everything, and now I want to see what Phil Ferrich was selling in Where the Apple Flies.
Oh, that is so fucking cool. So I was looking at some. So I'm looking at some of the pictures too for MLP food, and like, you guys know how at the gas stations they have those hot dog machines that rotate the hot dogs. So it is confirmed that carrots are the hot dogs of the MLP universe, because in the episode where she met that one dude, that Daring Do fan, and they were having an argument.
Oh
with her,
yeah.
They had the carrots on the. They had the carrots on the rotary heaters.
Exactly. So it's confirmed. Hot dogs are carrots, but not in real life.
I have an idea for a new OC. He makes carrot hot dogs. It's adorable.
I feel like, because you know how Pumpkin's alive in freaking Steven Universe, I feel like they should have a carrot dog and have him wear that as a costume. Have him little fun and little ketchup and mustard would be adorable.
Anyone know that show, The Weekenders?
Yeah. I was actually just thinking about that. There was a vegan girl in their little group that only would eat, like, it for the opening sequence. It shows three of them.
Yeah. That's her name, Tish.
Tish. Yeah. There's three of them that are eating burgers, and then gets her, and she's just got a carrot on a hot dog bun.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm looking at whatever Phil Ferrich's store is called. They have stuff that looks like butter, stuff that looks like cereal, some donuts.
They could never have foliage because they can honestly everything they eat is like grass and flowers and shit that I'm seeing a lot of.
Well, here's the thing. Ponies can't eat flowers.
They have cabbage?
Because flowers are poisonous to horses.
But there was that episode where she had a dandelion sandwich. Where Twilight had that dandelion.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Stuff in season 1 is forgivable.
Yeah. Technically,
Well,
episode 3.
Well, they actually had daisies in a burger or something like later.
Oh, is that a real?
Yeah.
Apparently, a
I think they
dandelion sandwich is a real
I think they figured
thing.
it was too late to go back.
Also interesting fact, apparently chocolate is like, eating one bar of chocolate for a horse is like eating an entire can of coffee for a human.
Huh.
Yeah, chocolate's
it'll
just as
probably kill
poisonous for humans as it is for dogs.
Yeah,
You have to eat
actually
25 pounds of
for
it.
horses, it's toxic for cats and dogs, but it's not toxic for horses. It just how to put it? It just
put 'em on a sugar rush.
It's extremely strong.
I think a horse
no.
would have to eat more than 25 pounds.
Yeah.
A lot more than 25 pounds of chocolate for it to have the same effect as just one chocolate bar for a dog.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, effectively, chocolate is frickin'
You
deadly.
broke it!
It's
You
all
can't prove
because,
anything. I didn't break it with a sledgehammer. I mean, what? Nothing.
Well,
it's all because they can't handle the caffeine content the way we can.
So would the Zap apples kind of be like the Animal Crossing version of like the perfect fruit?
Yep.
Since the Zap apples
Zap
are like
apples are
God.
screwy.
They're God made.
Apples, apples, apples!
Buy some apples!
Please, God, go boom with a Zap apple jam if you want to get it right.
Suddenly oranges, and Applejack is triggered.
And there is method to the madness with Zap apples. They have specific,
Well, they're filled with magic.
the singing to them, it's almost like an incantation. I guess it doesn't matter what song you sing to them. But,
So all ponies are
That seems to-
secretly Zakora.
Magic.
No, that's just the Earth ponies.
It's just Apple. The Apple family is related to Zakora, just like they are Pinkie Pie.
Yes.
I can see it. I can dig it.
I wonder if there's some kind of miracle potion that Zakora knows of that requires a part of an animal, and so she's having ethical issues with it.
Yes, the potion to everlasting life.
And
By the
horses
way,
do eat meat.
I just
You know
thought
that
of
now.
something. I
I
just
would
thought
like
of
to
something.
see Zakora get into some interracial relationship. I think that would be cute.
Well, wouldn't it be technically interspecies?
Yes, with Zakora it would be interspecies.
they can make
What?
Zorsons.
Zakora is as black as Kichi FIM. Let's be real.
To be honest, when it comes to horses or ponies and MLP eating meat, it doesn't really surprise me because even horses in the real world actually do eat meat. They don't do it very often, but they do eat meat. Like Thunder, I've seen him chewing on crows.
And
Badass.
of course, little known fact. Little known
like to
fact,
think that he
rabbits
just
are originally
snatches them out of
carnivorous.
Are you shitting me?
Actually, most
Rabbits
rodents
are
are
carnivorous.
omnivorous.
There's only one question
pretty
that
much.
has always plagued me about the MLP universe. Is she black with white stripes or white with black stripes?
Okay,
Well, leave a better-
we are
leave a
kind
better
of
question.
shifting the topic. Sorry.
I know I'm being
that.
stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I have an interesting question. Have you people ever seen the Generation 1 episode with sentient plants?
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
No, I don't think I have.
I'm curious if it would be ethical to eat a sentient plant. Like, for example, didn't Apple Bloom created one accidentally?
Oh, yeah.
And technically, all plants are sentient in
That's
some
nice.
way, so...
Oh, yeah, in Twilight Time, yeah, of course.
Technically, plants are sentient in some way, so...
Is there?
Do you think Poison Joke's sentient?
Well, it's definitely trollish.
It's FNGR in a plant.
I wish Poison Joke was real so we didn't have to deal with Poison Ivy. I would much rather prefer Poison Joke. I would fuck everybody up in the office. It would be the greatest prank of my life.
It's the red kryptonite of MLP. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
No,
MLP is relationship goals.
In Bridal Gossip, they just came into contact with the Poison Joke, and that caused the effects, like, say, deepening Fluttershy's voice.
That's why I'm like, it's like Poison Ivy in that sense.
But in Philly Vanilli, Zecora said she would mix up a potion with Poison Joke. So it seems like Poison Joke is safe for consumption.
I think it's more of a chemical reaction to a psychological condition.
Well, not only psychological, it actually replaced the position of Rainbow Dash's wings.
So
probably some kind of like spore secretion or something from contacting it.
Again, it's magic.
Probably removes it.
I think what it actually did was it overworked the muscles around the edge of the wing.
So
she actually had wings on her belly, and let's not forget that it shrunk Applejack.
So a thought came to my mind, in my twisted little mind of mine. Now, you know how, like, some hunters, they hunt certain animals for pelts and stuff? When they hunt, do they ever hunt timber wolves for their timber?
Oh.
I thought about it.
Can I do that?
Why would they hunt them when they have trees?
That's why I don't think they're pro cutting trees, though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Cider Squeezy. They tore down how many trees?
But that's what it shows us how many homes of those little animals, live in those trees and how those trees are actually. Yeah.
With the Flatman Brothers, the trees down. They actually was in the flashback in the Cutie Remark in their future.
Not really a flashback, but
flash forward.
Oh yeah, flash forward.
I imagine if they did use Timberwolves parts for kindling, the smoke would probably smell like shit.
They probably use it for like potions and stuff because it's probably has magical properties.
Instead of white dog fur, we have dry or burnt Timberwolf kindling or burnt kindle. God damn, I cannot talk today. Burnt Timberwolf bark. There we go.
I mean, what other purpose do the wolves serve besides just being wild animals that they can't do anything with?
Zilch.
Yeah, they don't really do anything. They're just kind of there as an opposition to the ponies existing. I'd say it's probably something along the lines of the Grimm existing in the Ruby universe.
Ooh.
Or for example, there are also these rock crocodiles, whatever they were called.
Crocodiles?
Crocodiles.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Speaking of food and carnivorous animals, apparently my bird thinks my toe tastes great. Could you stop for a moment? I'm like doing something.
Another way to fit in.
Ever hear of toe cocktails?
Tofu.
Apparently, Pastel does not have a foot fetish.
Rip. I just died. Kick.
Her bird does.
Okay, I'm now looking at the comic book where Rarity encountered hippies. Do you think that ponies eat hemp?
Eat what?
Why not?
Hemp?
Anything hemp exists?
Hemp, as in like pot.
They eat marijuana.
It does grow. They probably just eat it.
Well, my ancestors.
Grows like that.
Well, the Indians did grow it, so you're welcome.
That too. Makes me wonder if they also have poppy in the universe. Oh Christ.
I mean, they obviously have pot brownies because that's what Tree Hugger gave everybody.
A spade. She ain't even wrong though. You ain't even wrong.
Fluttershy in the sky. Tree Hugger is so high.
That's why portal.
And suddenly close
and later she summoned Mothra.
And suddenly close behind is Pinkie Pie.
Oh my god, could you imagine their drug campaign commercials? Donate him, children. Not until you're older. You can only use it for special things. You need your card.
We here at Hasbro do not endorse the ingestion of hemp. If you or someone you know is ingesting hemp, please seek medical treatment immediately and stop doing that.
But I've got the card. I've got the prescription card. I can see Granny Smith pulling that shit though. Like Granny Smith would be eating it. Apple Bloom walks in. Granny Smith just pulls out the prescription card. Like I'm allowed to.
Okay, youngin.
And I can just
Okay,
see.
this actually reminds me of an episode of Nash Bridges, where
I know that one.
where Joe Dominguez's I don't know, I think mother-in-law was using the pot for her cataracts, and to hide it, she actually put all of it in a pot, and everyone got high of some kind of stew.
The pot in the pot.
And then
I just died a
suddenly,
little.
Kai reveals the secret ingredient of her cupcakes. He doesn't use milk. He uses milk thistle. And just a wee
I'm
bit
actually
of...
curious who uses milk and cupcakes. And that's
Cupcakes, so sweet and tasty.
Well, the thing is, if you change one ingredient when you're making cake or brownies or anything, it actually makes it taste more moist because because basically in the back of the box when you make a cake or cupcakes or whatever or brownies, they always say add water. Well, apparently, if you change water to milk, it makes the product a little more moist and tastes a little better.
Yep.
No,
I would just get some tres
personally,
leches cake.
I'm used to using buttermilk for those
That
things.
too.
You guys should definitely look up tres leches cake. It's literally a cake with 3 different types of milk, and it is so great. Oh my god, it's orgasmic.
Pastel Prose and her wonderful filter people.
Delicious.
When you told me this episode was food, I told you that equals food. Do this shit, man. You do better. For the record, I did warn his punk ass more than once. Just kidding. He was told.
Anyway, getting back to the subject of food.
God, I want some food right now.
I'm getting hungry
Widget,
now.
can I cook you? Widget, can I have some bunny? Come here. Cook my bunny. No, I'm kidding.
You wouldn't cook your bunny. You'd cook your bird, but not your bunny.
I cook the bird. The bird is a loud, obnoxious bitch. The bunny,
The bird is the word.
Okay, who said bunnies are carnivorous?
That was it was
Me.
Actually,
Actually,
bunnies are partially
Okay, that's
omnivores.
another thing though. If they're not eating, or if the other animals aren't eating each other, because some of them are carnivorous and stuff in the show, how the fuck are they controlling the population? Like, wouldn't there
Exactly.
be like this mass outgrow of fucking, like the smaller ones, the rodents, for example? Wouldn't there be like
Other-
fucking mice?
Well,
ants
you remember
everywhere?
that? You remember Appleback
Let's
season? Fluttershy was doing a critter census.
Oh yeah. And of course they don't
Of all the
exactly
new
have
baby
a
bunnies that were born, yeah, there were enough baby
Yeah.
bunnies to make a goddamn stampede. But like, the
So,
thing is,
apparently Fluttershy is in control of bunny reproduction.
well, she has to watch them then, because I'm telling you, the little slip up and there's a litter of 6 more coming at you like the day after one's already born. Bunnies literally multiply like that. That
and
shit's
then she
dangerous.
doesn't exactly have Bob Barker.
Have you seen Bunny Island in Japan? That shit is real.
Oh my god, that place is
Yes.
horrifying.
Have you seen that? Have you seen Australia?
All the Brumbies. All the Brumbies, man. All the Brumbies. I love Brumbies.
Kangaroo Jack
Have you
here.
been to the bayou?
Kangaroo Jack. I love
have been
Brumbies.
Princess and the Frog. I've been to the bayou on screen in a movie theater.
Yes, the bayou, where they basically how they greet you when you leave. Bye, you.
Just
food
kick.
is
Anyway.
Stolen from courage.
Hey,
What
I
other
don't
food-
want to make a deliverance joke.
Honestly, I don't. It's either. I feel like in the MLP universe, it's either between you're eating healthy or you're gonna die of diabetes, because it's like you're either having apples and carrots and celery, or you're having cakes and cupcakes and pies.
Your candy.
Well, the question is, you can't tell which one's which. Because all
There's no
ponies in
middle
this
ground.
entire world are healthy regardless of whether they're eating, nothing but sugar or eating nothing but veggies.
Yep, Hasbro basically looked at what Sesame Street did to the Cookie Monster and said, "Fuck that shit."
That poor badass is in rehab right now, guys. Let's.
May he recover soon.
Well, I guess that's how the cookie crumbles.
The kick is real.
I think you can never go wrong with chocolate rain. I really wish in real life we had chocolate rain, man.
We do have.
You don't understand. I would save so much money in chocolate syrup investments. God, you don't understand, man.
Hey, Sean, you're a unicorn, right? Make us some freaking Discord so we can have some chocolate rain.
I'm not adept at chaos magic. Only on
Every
AQW.
time I say chocolate rain, I think of purple rain. I don't know why the fuck that's coming to mind. That has nothing to do with chocolate. Well, it's chocolate. He's a chocolate
I think
man.
you're thinking of Purple Haze.
No.
Purple rain? The song?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there is a song called Purple
It's made by
Rain.
a chocolate man. That would be the only.
She want that chocolate D is what the problem is.
Oh my goodness,
No, I'm
yes.
dating a white girl because, vanilla. I went back to vanilla.
That's nice. You didn't want caramel? Come on.
Oh, too good for chocolate, this person.
Around my neighborhood? Not today.
Oh God.
Well, I've had all 3 flavors, so there you go.
I'm sorry. I can't work at McDonald's or Burger King. I can't be with them peoples. I can't be with them peoples.
And apparently, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that the horses in MLP could eat meat, because I just remembered about one called Sergeant Reckless. It was this Korean War military horse. It ate anything.
Oh yeah, she was one of the best, and she was named Sergeant.
Yeah,
Well, do you
poker
think-
chips, scrambled eggs, Coca-Cola, pancakes, beer.
Do you
Even
guys think
blankets.
steroids exist though? Because think about it. If they're not buffing up on beef, how the hell does bulk biceps exist? Because you can't get that from vegetables. You cannot get that from a vegan diet.
He
Can you?
breaks the mold.
Wait, can you?
Maybe
Nope.
he eats pet food. Maybe he eats pet food.
Where do you
Just
think
likes-
steroids come from?
I don't know. Maybe he was eating the baby bunnies that weren't counted in this. I don't know.
That is creepy as hell.
Wait, I just realized.
Well, he can't eat nothing
That-
but rabbit.
That's
you eat
why
nothing
they
but
have
rabbit, you die.
pigs.
Okay, my mind is like,
I just realized that's why they had the pigs. To make steroids.
All for bulk
There you
biceps.
go. Makes sense.
And that gold.
You gotta feel bad for Winona though. She'll never have a bacon bit. She'll never have bacon strips. She'll never.
She can just
She has
kill
to-
one of the pigs.
She has to live on apples.
She
The
probably
problem
just
is the
happens
pigs are
to-
sentient.
Yeah.
Well, we never actually saw any pig talk. We only
Yeah, we have.
What?
Yeah? When? We saw the cows talking.
We saw the cows talk, and we saw the pigs talk.
We see the
Wait,
pigs.
when
Where?
I don't remember that.
Remember the Sisterhood of Social episode?
That was sheep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, that was a sheep. Okay.
That was the sheep. Yeah. You could have just asked.
You could have just asked. Yeah.
And then Winona turned on her owner.
Well, I mean, if she
okay.
Well, I don't think it. Oh, I think it'd be kind of hard considering. Aren't ponies a little stronger than dogs? All right.
Yes,
Pretty
but-
damn sure, yeah.
She could
Yes,
just fuck
but you
Winona into the next generation. God
Now-
damn.
Now you gotta be careful because what dog are you using? Because any dog can literally grab a horse by the throat and pull it down. If you can actually get a hold of their head, you have all control.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen dogs literally grab horses and pull them down.
Okay, I think I have a new topic. What do you think Sandra Shrimmer, did she get used to eating meat in human world? Or
I'll
is
say
she
something
still
about that.
vegan?
That's
I'll
a
say
good
In the
question.
human world, it did show hamburgers. That's right.
Possibly.
And hot dogs.
Yes, and hot dogs.
Mm.
Twilight had what, 4 or 5 in her mouth at one time?
Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
She was choking on that. Anyway, so back to
Actually, I
appropriate.
do think that
No, that was a fan animation.
Now we know.
the
Violet ate a
hamburgers
book.
in the movie, there were veggie burgers. So.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
that matter, do you think Sunset Shimmer would survive going back to the pony world and living as a pony, knowing that there's meat out there that tastes delicious?
I don't know.
Here's the
Well,
thing,
I don't know, but I'm sure someone will write a fanfic about it.
Eventually.
You'd have to
If it
feel
hasn't
bad,
been
though,
written
like,
already.
you could just
Yep.
you can picture her going back into like because you could just picture her going back to the pony universe and looking at pigs and looking at them with a sorry expression like, oh, I know what happens to you on the other side of that
Oh.
mirror.
Well, I think I already
They
made
they just have that kind of Looney Tunes
Probably
thing.
not. Like I think I did say already. I'm pretty sure that they know that there are animals that rely on bits of meat in their diet, and so they do have a pet food industry. So I think they already know. So I don't think Sunset Shimmer coming back. I don't think that would happen.
It would be like a revelation. Oh, okay.
I just imagine Twilight. Imagine Twilight coming back and like, she's just keeping a secret from all her friends that she had all this hot dogs and hamburgers. Like, oh my!
I mean, she did tell them about fingers. And they're like, what's a finger? What's like a guitar? And what's a guitar?
Even with my own fingers.
I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't know what I guess.
What's a finger? Well, girlfriend, let me show you what it feels like.
Let me show you what this like. Puts her horn in a place that shouldn't be going in there.
And then it's like Monster Musume. You see the bullseye, the hole in one, the stripe. Censor it for children.
Speaking of Monster Matsune,
Oh Jesus, it's my new addiction.
there you go.
Yes. Yes.
I remember seeing the original version of that years and years before
Monster
the
Musume?
concept was ever turned into an anime. The original manga.
For the record, can we just point out that some of the Equestria girls, like their designs, pissed me off. Not so much the main six, but like Cadence looks like she's inbred, and then
Wait, what?
Cadence,
What?
dude. Like when I saw it was what episode? She looks inbred. Like her brother and sister knew each other too goddamn well.
Wait, wait. Equestria Girls or MLP are you talking about?
In the Equestria girls universe, some of their
How does she
designs.
look, how does she look like she's inbred? How?
Cause she just, I can't even. I don't know. She just doesn't look. She doesn't look healthy.
Okay? That's
I don't
always
get
a
It's really
statement.
off. It's really off. Just compared to.
Personally, from the Equestria Girls universe, I only don't like that they are forcing Luna to wear hot pink.
You know what? I think it has to do with her eyes. Because now that I'm looking at her, compared to her and then the fan design, I think it's the fact that her eye design does not fit. What the fuck? I think that's what.
Yeah, but her
The shape.
dark blue and hot pink, these things are just clashing. They are like season 1 Flora.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you remember the green and pink neon Pegasus?
Yep.
What?
Here,
Neon Pegasus. I'm trying to think.
I know who you're talking about.
She had this neon kind shade. It's kind of like brass polishes coat on some very very bright pink. It was just eye gouging.
I don't recall.
I don't recall either.
I don't pay attention. If they're not talking in the episode, they don't require my attention.
No, she was only in the background.
But I honestly think it's the eyes. Like, if you look at her eyes compared to, like, the fan-made Cadence Equestria Girls design, I feel like the fan-made ones did a better job than what they did in that movie. It just... her eyes, I think, it still really puts me off. The eye shape, it doesn't fit.
Yeah, I can definitely see it.
I like the little pink alicorn filly that she's holding. It's adorable.
Yeah.
She's holding herself. What do you expect?
Wait, she's holding herself? Then how is she standing if she's holding herself?
She's holding her dimensional self.
Extreme yoga.
There's Shining Armor touching himself.
Oh my! Damn it,
That
TK.
is fucking horrible. I hate you all.
Wait, so does that mean Cadence is touching herself?
Yes.
Well,
She's
then you
touching
just they would
herself,
come.
touching Shining Armor, being touched by Shining Armor. I can see what you mean by
So,
being inbred.
mutual masturbation?
Dual masturbation.
That's exactly what this image should be named.
Oh, as long as
There's
it's
a comment
consensual.
section when you need one. Hold up, let me go ahead and find the original. I would
Wait,
do that
are we
for
still
some
streaming?
Yeah, we're still streaming.
Oh, sorry.
I can't see the image, but I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are talking about.
This is what happens.
This is
when I don't
DM29's
see
work,
anything.
right?
Usually goes to
Something
shit.
from, or something about going from food to people touching themselves with extreme yoga.
I don't know how we got on the subject. We probably should get back onto food.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And not food being on ponies.
Aw.
So,
For that we need Aeon of Dreams.
But porn.
Yes.
Please.
I need to bring him in on one of these podcasts. Can you imagine the amount of fun we'd have?
Please. Please.
Let me just tell you right now, he would make all the panties wet. I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. His voice is liquid sex.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. You're best friends, dude. Get out of here.
Yeah, you're talking to a couple of people. A couple of us in this podcast are pretty good friends with him.
Theories.
No, you don't have it. I know Aeon too well. No one can pull it off. Not even my ex, and he thought he could.
I'm the too smooth version, apparently. Oops.
No, you're too tamed. There's no warning label on your head with the B. There's no warning label on your forehead with the BDSM like freaking inscription. There's no vor. I'm kidding. Okay, let me stop. Where's food? I need food. I need
Then
food.
go eat something.
Well, you just mentioned Vor.
Four.
Well, I mean,
He's eating ponies.
that's it.
What was that creature that
What apples
Trixie
taste like
flew into the mouth of in
Manticore.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Spelled his name.
I haven't seen that episode.
I found MLP together breakfast. Dies inside.
What?
Wait. I heard guys inside. Where?
No. Dies. 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 And I'm dyslexic and I did that. I want a trophy. Anyway. Together breakfast.
Side inside.
Ugh, pancakes. I lost interest.
I didn't.
I'm pancake. I mean, awake.
Popcorn exists in the MLP universe, but I feel like this would be their version of the together breakfast because it has more fruit on it.
You know what?
Sprinkles.
Actually, wait, did I say one of those? I'll take 1,000 plates of those. Oh, thanks.
He'll have together breakfast in his lonesome by himself with his napkins and his lotion.
So,
I'm sorry,
speaking of
I'm asshole.
food in general, what do you think about the fan dub of Pinkie Pie cupcakes?
Oh, Christ.
The fan
Some
dub.
mixture cannibalism going on there.
Fan stuff. That's what I meant to say, fan stuff.
I would
Grimdark
say Pinkie
web.
Pie has an issue with her meat addiction.
Oh, I thought you would like that!
You could say she's got quite the beef with everybody.
Ah, ba-bum.
Boo!
Fucking hurts. It hurts. Oh, sorry.
She still hasn't gotten over being fired from IKEA.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
IKEA is just another way of saying fuck you.
Rainbow cake.
I shop at IKEA sometimes.
With rarity on top. Oh man, they're eating
So
rarity.
they basically have all the drinks, they pretty much have all the drinks we have. I'm looking at that. They have smoothies, they have tea, lemonade, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So all their drinks are pretty self-explanatory. Nothing special there.
I think they even have multicultural drinks. I think... Actually,
Is anyone else picturing Pinkie Pie with thing of soda being like Hammy from Over the Hedge? That came to mind when I looked at the picture of the soda for some damn reason.
I can just imagine her running all over the place and popping up and down and everywhere to the Araquan Bird song. It's like crazy hyper fourth wall break on steroids. And it's a good thing they didn't show the ponies going to Yakakistan in Dungeons and Discords, because I'd have to imagine they probably do the same thing over there to greet people. The people in, like...
Oh, piss off.
I think it's like Mongolia or somewhere where their typical greeting, bless you, is to greet you at the airport, and they hand you this, they hand you this mug full of the weirdest alcohol made of fermented mare's milk.
Oh god!
Yeah, if you don't drink it all in one go and not throw it back up, they get offended.
I'm not fucking going there.
So I can only imagine in a world full of ponies, I think it was like 6 or 7 mares going to the equivalent of that. And being given that on screen.
Now imagine the Rarity doing it.
And it's like, okay, what mares did they milk?
Probably midwives.
Cue the dramatic music and camera face up.
No wonder the borders were closed for 1,000 years.
Yeah, this gives a new meaning to call the midwife.
Oh man.
What other food they have? I'm going down the list. All these sweets are giving me diabetes, and I want some now. I'm kind of mad.
I think there was one point where they actually showed the stereotypical meat on bone, like the big, gigantic ham roll or whatever it is. Where
Like the thing from the Flintstones?
Yeah, that kind of thing. I think there was. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm trying... I don't think it was Dungeons and Discords, but I remember seeing it somewhere. I might have been just tired out of my ass, though.
The only possibility I can think of would be the Yakakistan episode.
That too.
Was because I believe they had a bounty. They had a buffet table out for them whenever they showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember what was on that.
And they got wrecked, but yeah.
And then, of course, and then, of course, the one food we forgot about. The one that makes every Sonic X Rainbow Dash shipping canon. God.
Chili dogs.
No. The PPOV food.
cucumber sandwiches.
Go. God damn it, Unleashed.
And Fluttershy in Discord's favorite sandwich.
Yep. All I can say is, God damn it, Unleashed. God damn it, PPOV. Making that ship canon since...
Also, you had nachos.
Oh yeah, they did have nachos. And of course...
That's Marco's favorite food, you know that?
And of course...
and stars, too!
Oh god, we're gonna have a crossover of that sometime. Star versus the forces of not friendship. Or even better, Star versus the forces of Chrysalis. That's how we get her redemption.
She gets her ass whooped by a princess. Another princess!
I give up. I change my ways. If it just means I won't get blasted anymore by that crazy bitch with a wand.
No blast!
Walk on Stampede!
Stop putting me on blast. I'll change.
Warnicorn Stampede, yeah! No blast!
There is one more type of food in MLP that's kind of different.
What is it?
I still don't understand it. The changelings feeding off love.
Yeah, how exactly does that work?
Specific? That's specific
No,
to their
we
species.
we actually do have that. It's called single housewives or single women reading romance novels. It's the same principle. We feed off that is great.
And we
50
also
Shades of
have...
Grey.
We should have asked
Or when you
Countess
have that
Rose.
one friend.
Oh, and we also have Morrigan, Lilith, and Jeddah. I can't forget those three.
Yes. 50
When you
Shades
have
of
that
Grey
friend that's
for
trying to
bears.
ship you with everyone else because they're trying to live simultaneously, vicariously through
Hey,
you, that's them feeding off your love.
Leave my shades out of it. Oh yeah, and of course we forgot one of the most iconic foods in MLP, muffins.
Yes.
Rosie
tried to bring that up earlier, but you guys talked over her.
They're pretty self-explanatory, really.
Muffins are the perfect food for our favorite wall-eyed mare, Derpy.
Muffins!
But she's no longer Derpy.
So what do you think?
God damn it! I will call her Derpy, and I don't care what others say.
And I don't want to bring up the muffin store.
Hashtag triggered.
Okay. By the way, since we have Rosie here, what would be Derpy's reaction if she gave her English muffins?
I would be depressed. I think she would be too.
I don't know.
Are you guys familiar with the Doctor Who's
think
versus, or the Doctor Who's and Assistant?
A bagel without a hole or something?
English muffins are quite possibly the worst design for food ever.
Because I actually like English muffins.
Yeah, me too.
They are tasty. And I don't want to bring up the muffin story. Oh god.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Derpy knows them quite well. Giggity.
Yes. Oh yes, I have the Muffin Band.
Where is that shipping photo of her with the Muffin Man? We need that now.
So we've
Honestly, the only Muffin Man I'm thinking about was Dexter's
That's who they
dad.
were referring to. That's
So
who they were
you're-
referring to when they said she's married to the Muffin Man.
So Derpy with the Muffin Man, we got Pinkie Pie with Deadpool. Okay, life is complete.
No. Pinkie Pie with cheese sandwich. Don't fuck up my sandwich. Don't fuck up my sandwich. No.
We're gonna have a shipping war here in this chat.
I would soon bungee jump by my neck than I would to see her with Deadpool. She's with cheese sandwich. Bye, Felicia.
I prefer to believe that Cheese Sandwich and Party Favor have a feud over her, and Pinkie Pie is blissfully oblivious.
That would be adorable.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I still need to finish this comic.
Why do you guys keep posting links? I can't look at them while I'm running this recording.
Because we know it tortures your life. Wait till you get back and see them.
Yeah, I'm blaming you for that one.
Later, Shadow.
You gave me the layup. What was I going
And, oh god, I can't stop thinking about the muffin story. It's just the worst thing ever.
What muffin story?
Okay, so a few years ago, when I lived with my mother, because I was on disability and all that for my back, I had a friend who was staying with us as a roommate, and he worked over at the local Cracker Barrel. So we're just making up some random jokes and shit. Like
I have a quick
usual.
question for you.
Hmm?
Was he a cracker working at Cracker Barrel?
Yes.
Shadow.
But yeah,
I'm a dedicated asshole. Okay.
Oh, you haven't gotten to the best part of this yet. Okay, so basically, anyway, we were just doing what we usually did, and we were just standing around, like, making up random shit, like, meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, Solomon Grundy reflects on his past experiences at camp with Batman. We don't want to talk about it. And stuff like that. One day, we're just talking about random stuff. He brings up bran muffins for no good reason, and I say, and there is a town called that, it's really, really tiny, by the way, Buttfuck, North Dakota, B-U-T-F-U-C, not even kidding. You won't even be able to Google search it. I tried, but, anyway, he and I just started dying of laughter. So, a few days after that, he comes home, he's dying even harder of laughter. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what happened? He's like, okay, there were these two people that came in from out of state. They were on vacation. And he greets them. He's like, "So, where are you guys vacationing from?" "North Dakota." And he's already trying to hold back the laughter at that point because he remembered the story. So he's holding back the laughter. He seats them, and he's like, "What would you two like to order?" The husband orders some, I forgot what it was. I think it was like chicken fried steak. And the wife is like, "I'll just have a bran muffin."
Oh no.
As soon as I heard that, my jaw hit China. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, mind if I go on a tangent that as someone who's obviously neither English or American, I'm always confused how weird your stores' names are. Like Cracker Barrel. I know there's a store called Schnucks, which which for those who don't know, in Yiddish, Schnuck means like a dweeb. A dweeb or someone who's easy being taken advantage of. There's like Bed Baths and Beyond.
What could be beyond those?
I mean, most stores where I live are named after small woodland creatures, like as if Fluttershy named them.
Yeah. America doesn't do that.
We have a chain of stores named after ladybugs, frogs, and a chain of hardware stores named after ants.
Because they're hard-working ants.
Yeah, and everything that isn't named in this matter is usually either French or German. Yeah, so I always love hearing some weird store names.
Cracker Barrel is a restaurant, by the way.
Okay.
Yep.
I love Cracker Barrel. It's the best thing ever in the world. They make the best biscuits, baby.
And the best brown muffins.
No, all the way. You can't live without biscuits and gravy, man.
I can.
Dave, I think you might have missed the story.
There was a time when I wouldn't Google image any cartoon character because the results were just puke-inducing.
Yeah.
I'd heard of biscuits and gravy. I didn't know what they were. I Google imaged it. I almost puked.
Why?
Why?
It looks like a baby puked on a biscuit.
It doesn't look appetizing, but it smells and tastes amazing.
No.
Yes. Especially if there's rabbit in it. Oh my goodness.
You guys are both
amazing.
disgusting.
Like
Dave,
it sounds
you missed the story that I told, though, didn't you?
sounds like a Yorkshire pudding, but it's made of sausage gravy.
Yeah.
Well, you can make it any way you want.
I'd make a Yorkshire pudding. Fuck that shit.
Oh, God. Yeah, babe, did you hear the muffin story that I told?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, thank God. I thought I was going to have to repeat it. It's not as funny the second time.
I was listening. I'm not that evil.
Oh, yeah, that's my job.
You're not evil. You're fluffy. There's a difference.
There is? Damn it, I've been doing it wrong. Oh, man. But yeah. Oh man, I've actually run out of food-related stuff to talk about. Whoops.
Hey, if you want to see something that looks interesting, check out this.
Pick up. Ooh.
Oh God, that looks delicious.
Is that eggplant parmesan?
Is that like a
What?
Mickey Mouse pancake?
No, this is
You guys are assholes.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I know.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
want to know what
am.
I'm eating now
Tough
then.
love, motherfucker. You know what's funny? I don't even know what. I just entered back and heard him say you guys are assholes, so I'm just gonna go run with it. Because I'm trying to get,
I'm hungry.
trying to get some alcohol in my system, maybe a little bit.
This is why right now, with a wild cherry Pepsi to wash it down. Smoked turkey, smokehouse silver, buttermilk ranch on King's Hawaiian bread.
Okay, so pony-wise, what do you think each of the main six's favorite foods are?
Applejack for apples, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight and pancakes. OTP forever.
Yeah. No, let's be real. Twilight loves her some quesadillas. They're so cheesy. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, OTP. OTP.
Celestia cake. You know, well,
Tasty
2006. Never mind.
Pinkie Pie and cupcakes for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Fluttershy and probably salad. That's probably what she is.
Yeah.
What about Rarity?
Rainbow Dash cider.
Rarity, everything
That's a
that
tough
is
one.
fancy.
I think Rarity would be like, I could see her eating, but I think she's only eating what just to keep her alive. I think she's one of those people who just doesn't
Probably.
eat.
I would imagine probably like cherry tomatoes or grapes or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just that kind of like old-timey Roman emperor shit.
So
Well,
we
that
Yes,
one
cake
time
edition.
she made a pretty big breakfast just for her and Sweetie Belle.
Oh yeah. Bring me my tomatoes.
Yeah. Also, we didn't talk about Sweetie Belle's cooking.
Mm.
Sweetie Belle's cooking makes the laws of physics cry.
And apparently it's the same with their mother.
Oops.
I didn't know you could burn juice. Then you see the bubbling
Christ.
blackness that's sitting in the bowl.
I'll put
It's a
it
bowl-
this way.
a bowl of
I know
toast.
I know a
Yes,
person-
it's toast.
Yeah, actually, I can attest to it because I know a person in real life who burned 3 kettles, including one electric, trying to boil water. Yeah,
Christ.
it's my friend's mom, and she did it so notoriously that she was banned from the kitchen.
She was so bad she burnt water.
Sweetie Belle, why is the water on fire?
So Sweetie Belle is not confusing me at all.
I don't know. I just wanted to try it.
We have a few voice actors in the call, apparently.
What's...
So if you're looking for a voice actor for any of these characters, feel free to contact them. There, I just shilled all of you out.
Thank you.
I want to live.
Yay.
That's my adorable Rosie.
Oh god.
That wasn't Rosie.
Water being on fire though, Rarity is so posh I could actually picture her trying that. I could just see her like picking up the glass, the water's on fire, and she's just like, ooh, water
Darling.
flatte. It sounds so refined.
Like a flaming moe.
Darling, you got
She drinks it like Lenny.
Someday.
Doesn't blow it.
Well, on that note, I think we've got some good shit going on here.
I think so. Oh god.
All the conversation here. Too much fun.
So
Anyways,
we've got ponies eating meat, we've got bran muffins from a certain place in North Dakota, and we've got water flambe. Yeah, I think that covers it.
What's a flambe? You don't say.
is that kind of like what happened whenever the Kingdom Hearts Crusaders were walking around in the remnants of their ancestors, making that Hearts and Hooves Day present for their teacher?
Either that, or that's some
don't
leftover residue that Apple Bloom passed over to Sweetie Belle after that whole cutie pox bit.
Residue?
What?
It's just like contact residue. She's like, here, now you accidentally have the power to light water on fire. and that's how the
Also, it would
X-Men,
be very adorable.
and that's how the X-Men became canon to MLP. Apple Bloom became Apocalypse for them
Anyway,
for the span of one episode.
yes.
And it took a whole afternoon to clean up.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Yeah, for anyone in the comments section, I'd be interested in seeing on some of their comments. What are some of your thoughts on foods, or what do you think the main six would be eating, or hell, what do you think your pony Sona would be eating in the MLP world?
Mine's crab legs.
Crab legs.
On the LOE forums, before I became a mod, and even now after, I basically drove a lot of people crazy. They're like, ponies don't eat meat. And I just keep going, or they'll try to hand me a salad, I'll be like, ooh, salad, dumps bacon bits on top.
It's bacon! Anyways.
I love you, I love bacon. I love you, I love bacon.
So, yeah. Or leave us some of the questions. I'm still looking for new topics for the next episodes, by the way, so if you have any ideas, I'd be interested in seeing what you guys have to think. For now, this is I'll go ahead and let you guys sign out, I guess.
See ya!
Toodles.
Let's raise our glasses of flaming juice and make a toast.
Alright.
Glasses of flaming juice.
See ya.
We will toast our water lit on fire to the end of this episode. And I am Postscript of the Brony Crusaders, and I look forward to hearing some of your thoughts and feelings next.